pastor of Faith Christian Center Church right here in Beaumont, Texas. And we're here on what's happening in our neighborhood. And today my special guests are Miss Angie Boaz and Miss Laura Bracken. Welcome, ladies.
Well,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, tell us what organization are you with?
We are with the Community Coalition. Our tagline is Building Bridges of Hope. And so through different churches and volunteers, we build bridges into schools, neighborhoods, and also back into things like job skills training and things that really help people reach their fullest potential.
So now, when did this organization begin?
Well, it's kind of a long story.
We got time. Go ahead and tell us.
We actually began at Westgate Memorial Baptist Church under community missions, and then it kind of just grew from there. We realized that not one church, one organization can't reach the needs of the community, and we would be much better off, I think, in our community as well to partner churches together. So we incorporated and became a nonprofit in 2015.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, Laura, how do you get churches involved?
Basically, we go out and try to talk to different churches, let them know what some of the programs we're already running, but basically see what they're already doing to get them plugged in, because there's no need of reinventing the wheel. If you're already doing something, i.e., teaching the job skills or teaching GED or whatever, maybe you can connect with one church to do that if you're doing a big event, and then this other church is doing that, bringing them together, so therefore it's one body of Christ working together.
Working together, and that's what's so important, that we all do our part, because all of us have a part to play. You know, the Bible talks about we're many members, but one body.
That's right.
And so, but if all of us would do our part, we could make sure that the body is healthy and whole.
Yes.
So, Angie, tell us about the Campus Compassion Adopt a School Ministry.
Well, this is my heart, part of my heart, because I was a former school teacher.
What you say?
Yes, yes. My last 2 years, I was at Bingman Head Start.
Hold up a second. I was going to say, you
loved
probably
it.
was a kindergarten teacher.
Actually, I was a speech therapist, believe it
Whoa.
or not, but I worked with all ages, all ages.
So tell us about the program.
It's amazing. When I was in the schools, I saw the needs of kids, individual needs to be mentored and guided. And so I just thought, boy, if we could raise up volunteers to come in and help kids with reading and things such as that, and just be that social and emotional support for them as well, because I knew some of the things these kids had been through. And so just somebody to come in and kind of wrap their arms around a kid and walk beside them as they're learning to read and things such as that. And so I knew we could make a huge difference. We found that the difference between success and failure for a child often is one caring adult, just one.
Wow. And so you really focus on the second graders in this program.
Yes. We began to talk to churches. A lot of churches were wanting to get involved or already involved in some way. So we went to this district as soon as Dr. Froussard came. And he had a former reading program in Wichita Falls, where he came from. And so he put that together. They threw this amazing program called ROAR, Reach Out and Read. They threw it together in 3 months, which was amazing. I think many of the librarians in the school district helped, and they had books and everything needed at every campus within 3 months for volunteers to come in and start working with second graders. And now the ROAR program is expanding down to preschoolers.
Wow.
So we can work with preschool, kindergarten, first grade, and second grade with reading skills. And then people can also volunteer with the district and work with any other grade, or even with math or whatever, helping teachers. So
and reading is so important when it comes down to young people, because, I mean, if they can develop their reading skills at an early age. My wife happens to be a reading coach, a reading teacher, and I tell you, I know the importance of reading. It really matters. And so that program is an excellent program to have. But Laura, you also do a personal and professional development initiative. So tell us about that.
Okay. Once we got in the schools, we realized that it's important, too, to reach the parents. And so within our personal professional development program, we began to see that we needed to reach out to the women. And so we started Christian Women's Job Corps. And the beauty about that is that this program brings volunteers in from about sometimes up to 14 different churches, whether they're teaching a Bible study or teaching job skills or mentoring one-on-one. And when the ladies leave this program, they're empowered, they're encouraged. They have a lot of ladies come in, they've never had a certificate, they have a certificate of completion, because unfortunately sometimes in hopelessness, you don't realize that there is hope and that you can survive and that you can go forward if you try. And so the ladies come alongside each other and they work together, and it's not like one person is better than the other. They're all working the same program together. And at the end, everybody's excited and it's empowering for everyone.
Now, the participants actually go through a class.
Yes.
And so right now you're having night classes. Is that correct?
We
Tell
are
us about that.
We are having night classes right now at Westgate Memorial Baptist Church on Wednesday evenings, and we have about 13 participants that come into that program. And right now, and they're learning about Bible study, inductive Bible study, not just any kind of inductive Bible study. So they're learning how to get these tools for themselves.
Wow.
So when they leave, they don't have to call someone at 3 o'clock in the morning. They can go to the Word and get what they need for themselves. Now, after we get that spiritual, we realize that you have to have a job. We realize that you want to be successful in life. And so we're teaching some job skills. We're teaching about soft skills, not just to get a job, how to keep a job, how to be encouraged and empowered to go further if you decide you want to take your education to a different level. One of our teachers actually works at Lamar. She's teaching our job skills classes right now. Actually, and I need to back up a little bit, we have 2 site coordinators that help put this program together. One of them runs our day site, which is Brenda Hazley, and our evening site is Andrea Leidy. And these 2 ladies work together to reach out to the different volunteers at the different churches. They talk to the different participants. And one other thing that's a key component, we pray. That is extremely important. Praying for our ladies, praying for the program, praying for what's going on in each of their lives. They write out prayer requests every week. And then we have mentoring. That's that walking side by side. Because sometimes you need that person just to encourage you. We realize you have God on your side, but that person just to give you a call and say, you can do it. That's what we try to strive for in our empowerment and relationship and partnership.
So what ladies can be involved in the professional development area?
Any lady from 18 on up.
Really?
That's wanting to move forward in life and is ready to do something different.
Wow. Okay, so Angie, so let's talk about the neighborhood initiative. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, when we were in the schools working with the kids, we thought, what if we could reach them at home as well? You know, they're limited in schools as how much of Bible study and devotionals, things like that, you can share. And so, though, you know, we're always praying in our heart and really encouraging those kids, but in the neighborhoods, we're able to share devotional with everything we do. Help people come to know who Jesus is and walk toward him. And so we began a kids club. Well, actually, we started with a ladies' Bible study that's led by Monica Mason. And so we started with that 5 years ago, actually. And so we got to meet the women. And then in the summer, they asked us to come back. We work in Plymouth Village Apartments. And so they asked us to come back in and do a kids program. So we started King's Club. And so young children come and we do dance and sports and music and arts and crafts with kids in the summer. And it's so much fun. It's my favorite time of year. It's a lot of fun. So they do different things. And then we have a ticket system where kids earn tickets. And so we're teaching them to earn and to save. And they earn tickets by good behavior and obedience and kindness and helping with each other. So it just becomes this real cohesive, wonderful group of kids that want to click in and help. And the volunteers are real positive and rewarding the kids for their good behavior. And so we end up with this fun, positive environment through that. And then the kids buy a T-shirt or other things with their tickets. And so they're learning to earn and to save, and then they get to buy T-shirts and things like that. So it's really
And you're geared up for that program now, aren't we? For the summertime.
We are. It'll start right at the beginning. Well, maybe the end of June this year. So we are. We're already planning.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, now,
Yeah.
so are there other areas? Now, you mentioned Plymouth Village. So are there other areas that you're reaching out to
Yes.
in order to bring this program around the city?
That is our prayer, and that's why we partner with other churches. Amelia Baptist Church has just started one last summer at Timber's Edge off of Pinchback. And so we have another kids program there, and they're also reaching ladies there. And our prayer is that every church in our city would work with another church if needed and adopt a neighborhood. because we have a lot of neighborhoods where if people could just come in and bring light in, we'd be able to chase the darkness out of this whole city, you know. So
Wow.
just bringing love in to the children that are there and the women and men that are there. And you know what? What's amazing too is when you go into these neighborhoods, there are Christians God has planted in there. And they have helped me so much. I've learned so much more about faith through these women that live there whose faith is so strong. And I didn't realize how weak my faith was compared to theirs, because they are trusting God at amazing levels every day.
Yeah.
And so, you know, we just form relationships. They connect with us as much as us with them. It's not like, here we are, we're here to minister to you. We're just here to walk beside each other, and we all have something to learn together.
Right.
And it's beautiful. It's just really amazing. And we're really proud of our women and their progress, because many of them have come to Christian Women's Job Corps. And that's amazing just to see the progress. Women are getting their GEDs and things like that. And then with our kids, we started a leadership team program with our teenagers. And so they we did finance classes and job skills classes and continued Bible study with them as well. And our teenagers volunteer with the younger kids, so they get that volunteer and leadership experience. And then we do field trips with them in the summer based on the jobs they are wanting to investigate. So one of our girls wants to be a doctor, so we went to Baptist Hospital as a group. And I have about 12 teen leaders. And then one of our boys wanted to be will be a welder, and he'll start at LIT next year.
Awesome.
And so we went to LIT to introduce him to the program there. And so one of our little boys, he's 12, he wanted to be a meteorologist, so we went to Channel 12 and watched the news.
Wow.
And it was really neat.
So they got to see the green screen.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. So, you know, things such as that. We gear our program off the kids that we have. And we have three that are seniors now. All three of them have jobs. Two of them have cars. They are all getting ready for college and submitting their college transcripts and everything.
Wow.
Or their high school transcripts for college. And so they're really doing well. I'm so proud of them.
Wow. So, Laura, did we talk about the educational support initiative?
That is next. Educational Support Initiative basically is reaching out to a single mom that maybe has 60 hours left or wants to get a certification. And so this program, under the leadership of Gail Showalter, actually helps that mom finish up her certification and finish up her degree. We help them with housing assistance. We will be helping them with maybe not transportation, but if they're having transportation issues or having trouble with their cars, because these are some of the barriers that stop some of our single moms from finishing or wanting to do better for their family, because they want to be independent. And so this program brings partners in to help financially and also professionally, and supports them in a manner. They have to do counseling if that's a need. They also have financial counseling so that they'll learn how to do budgets if that's not something that they don't know how to do.
Yeah.
This helps them. I mean, how many single moms do we know of who we've seen that if I just had a chance, if somebody would just give me an opportunity, and we're seeing that, and we see it affects our community. So this particular program helps come alongside that mom, and then once she gets finished, some of the hope is that she returns some of that and she gets to share with another lady or someone else.
Yeah.
And one thing I do want to point out too is, if you notice you're here, say 3 kids or maybe only this amount finished, it's because we're looking at quality. We're not necessarily looking at quantity, but versus quality, because if you touch one life, it's a ripple effect. It touches the rest of the lives. And so we just start with one mother, which you're going to hear more about that later.
Yeah.
But if you start with one mom and she's successful, as we're already beginning to see, then you have a whole successful, and that's where we get our transformation in our community.
Yeah, because what you're doing is practical life coaching with the
Yes.
ladies. Not only that, but those who are homeless.
Yes.
You're helping the ladies who are homeless. You're preparing them for job field, and even if they want to get a higher education, you're preparing them for that.
And you're right, Pastor Sharp, you're giving them a choice. Some ladies, they feel like their choices have been taken away from them. They don't have another chance. This is it. This is all that I can do. And when you get in that mindset, you don't realize what you can do in life. But when you have someone that says, guess what? This is what we can provide for you. Here it is. If you want it, now you have to work. It's not for free. Anything you want in life, as we know,
Yes.
you have to work at it. So that's the reason the difference. If it was easy, everybody would be getting it. And so this gives them an opportunity and a choice and a resource to provide them to become the independent woman that we know that they can be.
Okay, so really this whole program is about kids and helping ladies, single mothers, to achieve a higher level of get from hopelessness to hope.
Yes.
Yes. And reach their full potential.
Yes.
We know
Wow.
that everyone, every woman, child, and man is created in God's image, and they are created on purpose for a purpose.
Yes.
We believe that with all our heart. And so we want them to know how valuable they are to God, and that they have something to offer this world that probably no one else can offer. No one else is cut out the same way, wired the same way as God wired them. And so to help them out of that hopelessness, to say, I have something to offer. And that's what we love, when we see that light bulb go on and people realize what they have to offer. And then we just walk beside them to help them over obstacles that may be too big for them, so that they can succeed.
Yeah, because once you build a person's self-esteem,
Yes.
Oh, yes.
and they start to,
Yes.
to sense that I am worth
Yes.
the opportunity.
Yes.
I mean, it's just something that happens to propel them to the next level.
Yes.
So now, do you have any upcoming events that are about to go on?
Well, we are planning one for May 3rd. I believe we've set that date, and it's most likely going to be at Westgate Memorial Baptist Church on Westgate. And let me see, what do we call it?
Hope for tomorrow.
Hope for Tomorrow, yes. It'll be kind of an end of the year wrap up for us, because most of our programs go based on the school year. And so we'll have our Campus Compassion volunteers come and thank them, and our other volunteers who have worked in our ministry. And it'll also be kind of a help us with the summer ministries too kind of thing. So we're also recruiting new churches to reach other neighborhoods during the summer as well. So we're excited about
And
that.
that is one of our main points too, is to reach other churches so we can show the community, and not show the community, but see the body work together.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't even have to work together all the time, but just being able to connect different churches to work together doing one thing.
So how can a church or a volunteer or a young lady who might be watching today, who say, I need this program, or a church say, I want to get involved, or a volunteer to say, hey, listen, I need to use my time wisely, so let me get involved in this program. How can they get in contact with you?
Well, they can look at our website, which is www.thecommunitycoalition.com. That's really easy. Laura, share our phone number.
They can call us at 409-600-8600.
Okay, and for those who are watching today, I'll put that information right there at the bottom of the screen so that you can have it and get in contact with them. Because, hey, listen, this is a great opportunity for you to get involved in community activities, because we need your help. And so every little bit helps when when it comes down to this community. Like I said earlier, many members, but one body.
All right.
And if we can get together and do great things in our community, we can see the impact that it will make, not only in the lives of our children, but in the lives of everyone involved. And so if the churches want to get involved in that neighborhood, again, I'll put the information on the bottom of the screen right there. Yep, you see it right there on the bottom of the screen, and give them a call. So I want to thank Angie and Laura for coming today on what's happening in our neighborhood, and I want to thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time on our broadcast.